Welcome to Omega Prime Sports Service NFL Week 3 picks against the spread. In Week 3, we start using technical analysis. We will be using three stats: dynamic factor, drive factor, and point factor to aid us in our selection process against the spread. Dynamic factor is how well a team scores compared to how well they efficiently and effectively move the ball. Winners had a 96.8% better dynamic factor. Drive factor is how well a team scores each drive. Winners also had a 96.8% better drive factor. Point factor is how well a team scores for each 100 yards they gain. Winners had a 90.6% better point factor. At Omega Prime Sports Service, we have a method to pick our selections. First, we set our bet percentage. We recommend a 1% max of your bankroll for each play. For Week 3, we recommend a 1/2 unit bet to protect against major losses. This is a marathon, not a sprint. When you use 1% bet size, you will be betting more when you win and less when you lose. Money management is important, which is why we do it first. You can be good at picking covers, but if your money management is terrible, you will lose money in the long run. Our second step is to filter out games where the line is 7 or more. Our stats lose their edge when the line is 7 or more. This also cuts down our workload and puts less money at risk. After filtering, we are left with the following initial card. These lines are from ESPN. Now it is time to analyze each contest to see if we have an edge. We are going to skip the Bengals-Vikings game as both teams are starting a new quarterback. We converted our stats to a grade scale from grade A to grade F. The Pats have the better dynamic factor, while the Steelers have the better drive factor. Both teams have a C grade in point factor. We have no edge here and will be skipping this game. The Colts have the better grade in dynamic factor, drive factor, and point factor. The Colts have a B+ grade in dynamic factor, a C+ grade in drive factor, and a B+ grade in point factor. The Titans have a D grade in dynamic factor, a D+ grade in drive factor, and a D- grade in point factor. Our pick is the Colts minus 3.5. The Jags have the better dynamic factor, drive factor, and point factor. The Jags have a C+ grade in dynamic factor, a B+ grade in drive factor, and a B- grade in point factor. The Texans have a F grade in dynamic factor, a D- grade in drive factor, a D- grade in point factor. Our pick is the Jags minus 1.5. The Falcons have the better dynamic factor, drive factor, and point factor. The Falcons have a C grade in dynamic factor, a grade C+ in drive factor, a grade C- in point factor. The Panthers have a D grade in dynamic factor, a D grade in drive factor, and a D grade in point factor. Our pick is the Falcons minus 3.5. The Rams have the better drive factor and point factor. The Eagles have the better dynamic factor. The edge goes to the Rams, so pick them at plus 3.5. We will be skipping the Jets-Bucks game and the Raiders-Commanders game due to a quarterback being out or questionable to play. We have no edge on the Broncos-Chargers game. We will be skipping this contest. We have no edge on the Cards-Niners game. We will be skipping this contest. The Cowboys have the better dynamic factor and point factor. The Cowboys have a grade B- in dynamic factor, a grade C+ in drive factor, and a grade B- in point factor. The Bears have the better drive factor. The Bears have a C grade in dynamic factor, a grade B- in drive factor, and a grade C+ in point factor. The Cowboys have the edge and are the selection. Our pick is Cowboys plus 1.5. The Chiefs have a D+ grade in dynamic factor, a grade D- in drive factor, and a D+ grade in point factor. The Giants have a C grade in dynamic factor, a C grade in drive factor, and a C+ grade in point factor. The Giants have the better dynamic factor, drive factor, and point factor. Our pick is Giants plus 6.5. The Lions have a grade C+ in dynamic factor, a grade C+ in drive factor, a grade C+ in point factor. The Ravens have a grade A in dynamic factor, a grade A in drive factor, and a grade B+ in point factor. These stats give the edge to the Ravens. Our pick is the Ravens minus 5.5. Here is a betting summary of our picks. The Colts minus 3.5, Jags minus 1.5, Falcons minus 3.5, Rams plus 3.5, Cowboys plus 1.5, Giants plus 6.5, Ravens minus 5.5.